Hello universe, welcome to my booktube channel, Savvy Reads. I am Savvy. This is my very first video on booktube, so I thought that it would only be fair that I do the Booktube Newbie tag. I have a list of questions here and we'll just get started. Number 1. Why did you start Booktube? I started Booktube because I wanted to start 2018 with something that I'm interested in, and I have always loved Booktube. I've been watching other Booktubers. I want to be challenged, and I want to set new goals, and I want to connect with other Booktubers and with other people who love reading just as much as I do. And number 2. What interesting things can you bring to Booktube? I actually just graduated from my local college in creative writing. When it comes to books, I do this thing where I go ee! Over something I really love. So, yeah. What are you most excited about? I am most excited about doing book tags, wrap-ups. I don't really want to do TBRs, because I think that's like putting a lot of pressure. You have to read this month. You know, wrap-ups going like, hey, this is what I read. Look at me, kind of thing. And then, let's see. What else am I excited about? I'm excited about like getting to talk to and getting to know other booktubers. Why do you love to read?
You, there's people outside.
I love to read because I love exploring new worlds. I love understanding other people's points of view. I love the fact that it proves that everyone has a unique and different perspective. I love the fact that, you know, I get to meet new people even if they're not really real. But they are real. They're real in my heart. I love experiencing things with characters. I love getting to know them. I love understanding them. What book series got you into reading? Well, that would probably be the Magic Treehouse books and Series of Unfortunate Events. And both of them are pretty much because of my brother. It was a race to see who could finish first. But the greatest thing was that I was reading alongside my brother these books. Although, even though he says that he beat me, he cheated. He was like, I've watched the movie, so I've technically already read the first 3 books of Series of Unfortunate Events. So I'm like, no, we are not playing that. What would you ask your favorite booktuber? I'd ask Jesse the Reader how he comes up with all of those skits that he does. Probably ask Sam from Thoughts on Tomes how she juggles her acting schedule, because like, oh my god, I need to learn to juggle. What kind of challenges do you see happening with this? First of all, I am very awkward. I'm like a very awkward person. And I'm an awkward speaker. My editing process for this, when I edit, is gonna have a lot of work. Also, editing, I don't want it to take forever and ever, so that's gonna be kind of hard. I want to keep my videos like under 15 minutes. Another challenge will be like just juggling and making sure that, you know, you're also reading during, like, it's not just about uploading videos about reading. It's, hey, I'm a booktuber and I read a book, or I read half a book, but yay me. Also the fact that I have like social anxiety, and even though this is just a camera and I'm literally talking to myself, which, you know, I do all the time, but it's awkward to do it in front of a camera. When did you start reading? I started reading Well, I read a few books before I was 12, but I was always forced to read it. I never got into it and I never enjoyed it. I swear, like, you know, you have the Grinch whose heart, like, increases 3 or 5 times. It's like my brain, like, exploded with neurons when I stopped looking at the words and I just started seeing what was happening. And, where do you read? I will read almost anywhere. I read in my car when I'm listening to an audiobook, mostly for long trips, like when I had to pick up my brother. He lived 2 hours away. When I went on a road trip this summer with my grandfather. I will also mainly read in my bed, and and then whenever something happens, I'll be like, I have to get up, and I'll get up, and I'll be like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening, and I'll have to take a deep breath, and then sometimes if it's really, really big, I'll have to go and tell, like, someone, and so I have a friend who literally just, like, he doesn't care, he's not gonna, he doesn't read a whole lot of the same books that I do, so I can spoil him for books that he's never going to read because he doesn't freaking care at all. And I'm like, thank you, because I need to let out my feelings. I'll be like, can I let out my can I get fandom feelings? I'm having feels. I need to talk through them. You know, sort of like a breakup or, you know, first kiss or something. This is my feels. Okay. What kind of books do you like? I like all books, mainly. Like, just to be generally specific, I will pick up anything. Whether or not I finish it is another issue. I don't read a lot of thrillers. I want to. I think my biggest issue with thrillers is, you know, building the suspense and trying to put the pieces together, and I spend so much time trying to put the pieces together that I'm not, like, enjoying and actually reading the story. But I like contemporaries. I really only read contemporaries when I'm very cynical about love. So actually, even though it's Valentine's Day in February and everything, February's like my most cynical month because I'm like, so much is done about this love thing in February. Be realistic. Meet cute, love at first sight, true love. I love dystopian. I know that it's kind of been overdone in the recent years, but I love corrupt governments because it's like, look. No. Fantasy and science fiction, I just need to pick them up more. It's a mood thing. I pick up what I'm in the mood for, and I just haven't been lately in the mood for them. The meaning behind your channel name. I've had the nickname Savvy for 9, maybe 10 years. I had a huge obsession with pirates. I really did. Still kind of do. I just, it sort of died down with the hype, but it's, you know, true love. But yes, I love pirates. I love Peter Pan retellings, Pirates of the Caribbean. So I kind of just got the nickname Savvy. Actually, I came up with it, and it sort of just took on a life of its own. Everyone started calling me Savvy. All my friends call me Savvy. Sometimes my grandpa will call me Savvy. The only person who doesn't really call me Savvy and uses another nickname is my brother. He still calls me by the nickname that I've had since, for him at least, that I've had since I was like 9. And Savvy reads it just sounds so good. It sounds so good, and I loved it. And yeah. So that's it for the Booktube Newbie tag. I will see you guys soon with another video.
Like you, there's people outside.